Fentanyl isn't the end of the story, it's just the beginning. The drug crisis in America has evolved into something far more dangerous, more unpredictable, and more invisible. What started as a flood of fentanyl has now become a storm of new poisons. Synthetic chemicals like nitazenes, xylazine, and carfentanil tearing through communities faster than science can even name them. These aren't the same drugs we grew up hearing about. They're chemical weapons, changing with every batch, designed to escape the law and destroy lives in silence. This is fentanyl 2.0, and it's killing people who never stood a chance. Welcome to Logan's Voice, the podcast where truth meets purpose. I'm Doug Ballinger, Logan's dad. And every episode, we shine a light on the poison drug supply, claiming thousands of lives across this country. If you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel, Logan's Voice, and click that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Every share, every comment, every listen helps amplify awareness and keep this message alive. Because this fight, this mission is about saving lives before they become headlines. We call it the fentanyl crisis, but what's happening now goes even deeper. When fentanyl first appeared in the early 2010s, it was 50 times stronger than heroin. And that was already more than enough to devastate a generation. But traffickers never stop innovating. They saw profit in chaos and loopholes in the law. So they began creating new synthetic analogs, chemical cousins of fentanyl, each one slightly altered to stay technically legal for a short time. They're called nitazenes, and some are up to 40 times more powerful than fentanyl. Let that sink in. 40 times stronger than the drug already responsible for nearly 80,000 deaths a year in the United States. Then came xylazine, a veterinary sedative never meant for humans. It's not even an opioid, which means naloxone can't reverse it. When xylazine is mixed into street drugs, people stop breathing. And even when they survive, they face catastrophic tissue damage, infections, and amputation. First responders are calling it the zombie drug. But let's be clear, the real horror isn't in the name, it's in the silence that follows when someone doesn't wake up. And now we're seeing carfentanil again, an elephant tranquilizer 10,000 times stronger than morphine. Just 2 milligrams can sedate a 2,000-pound animal. Imagine what it does to a teenager who thinks they're taking a Xanax to calm their anxiety. This is the new reality of America's drug supply. Everything is poisoned, everything is unpredictable, and nothing is safe. And here's the hard truth. This isn't a user problem. This is a supply problem. Illicit chemists in China and Mexico are producing these analogs by the ton, shipping precursor chemicals in containers labeled as paint thinner or industrial solvent. They're mixed in clandestine labs with no quality control, no dosage consistency, and no human concern. And then pressed into pills that look exactly like Percocet, Adderall, or Xanax. Counterfeit pills now dominate the black market, and they're showing up everywhere: schools, college campuses, social media, and even in vape cartridges. Most of the victims don't even know they're taking fentanyl, much less nitazenes or xylazine. They weren't addicts. They were tricked, poisoned, and erased by a supply system designed for profit. The DEA says they seized over 78 million counterfeit pills containing fentanyl in the past year alone. And that's just what they caught. Each one could have killed someone's child, someone's brother, someone like my Logan. The chemistry is evolving faster than policy can react. Every time the government bans a substance, Labs tweak one molecule and start over. That's why forensic chemists are finding hundreds of never before seen compounds in street drugs, each one deadlier than the last. Our testing technology hasn't kept up either. Standard toxicology screens often miss these new analogs, leaving families confused and searching for answers when a report just says fentanyl related compound. But to those of us who've lost someone, every compound has a name, a story, and a face. This crisis has exposed the failure of the system that reacts instead of prevents. We can't fight a shape shifting poison with outdated policies and piecemeal education. We need community level awareness campaigns, modern lab tools, and honest dialogue that reaches kids before the dealers do. Let's step back from the chemistry for a second. Every one of these new poisons represents another family destroyed, another empty chair at a table. We say overdose, but the truth is most are poisonings. My son Logan believed he was using heroin, but what he got was fentanyl, xylazine, and cocaine. Today, that same poison supply includes chemicals so powerful they can kill with just a few grains. Families are blindsided. Parents wake up to a nightmare that they didn't know existed. And even now, too many people think it won't happen to them. The epidemic isn't just drugs, it's disbelief. The belief that my kid wouldn't do that, or the belief that it only happens in other families. But it's happening everywhere, in every zip code, every school, every income level. But awareness is power. When we share truth, when we talk about it, when we name it, we strip the crisis of its secrecy. If you're a parent, talk to your kids now. Show them what counterfeit pills look like. Explain that one bad pill could end their life. If you're in recovery, keep going. Your story matters. You're living proof that hope is stronger than addiction. And if you've lost someone like I have, know this: their story can still save lives. We can't arrest our way out of this. We can't ignore it, but we can educate. We can show compassion, and we can build a movement loud enough to change the future. Share this episode with someone you love. Follow Logan's Voice on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you listen. Visit logansvoice.org for resources, support, and ways to get involved. Together, we can stop pretending this isn't happening and start protecting the people we love. I am Logan's voice. I am Logan's dad, and I will not be silent.